What's up, everybody, to another episode of Fallout New Vegas. We have just recently got Raul. Thank goodness. And what the hell is going on in here? What the hell? Why are there Legion people? Well, they're not targeting me, I guess. Yeah, they'll be all right. I'll shoot. Yeah. Just awkwardly run away from these guys. No, looks like he's getting his butt whooped. Oh, yeah, they're jumping him now. Oh. Ooh, and he dropped some stuff. Nothing that I care about, but he dropped some stuff. Alright, come on, finish him up. Finish him up. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, give me that one bottle cap. Ooh, give me your... Why are there so many enemies here? Anyway, that's not what we came here for. There's actually a certain person we're looking for in this camp area. You know, I can't find them soon enough. I'll just skip the transition. Hell. Oh, let's go in here. But anyway, we already did the first part of Raul's quest, and since it's so easy to do, we might as well do it now. Oh, I remember Dr. Richards.
There's my little buttercup. What can I do for you?
Don't call me that. Okay, never mind. I remember this guy. Never mind. Forgot. But yeah, we already did the first part with Ranger Andy, and who also teaches you that new skill. And now we have to find the next person, who I forgot his name. I think his name's Corporal Sterling or something like that. And since this is out the way, I figured I'd go here. Now, the corporal will move places depending if you did that 3-card bounty quest earlier. If you don't remember that, that's where the sniper crew was killing those other people. Like, oh, here he is.
Took some skills to bring down that fiend. You done good.
No, you done good.
Used to be a ranger. One of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays. Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either. Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me, so they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. Guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple of rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said. Always a pleasure. Keep yourself safe.
Okay, now he's gonna want to talk to us. Okay, apparently he doesn't want to talk to us just yet.
Best you don't worry about us. We'll watch your back.
Got a second to talk, boss? Meeting Corporal Sterling. Well, it kind of got me thinking. Here's a guy that's been beat all to hell, right? I mean, he could have retired from the service, but instead he signs back on and does what he can. You think he did the right thing?
And you want to, well, for me personally, I want to say the first option, so yeah.
You think so, boss? Because I remember a time when a lot of people stuck to their duty no matter what. It ended with nuclear bombs falling on my hometown. After the fire, I knew my sister and I couldn't stay at Hidalgo Ranch anymore. The refugees still wanted me dead. They even put a bounty on me. I remember how scared Rafaela was. I told her if she came with me, we'd see the vaqueros. She used to love the rodeo, especially the trick rider. We figured maybe we could find help in Mexico City. We were young. We didn't know what had happened, really. We didn't understand about the bombs. I don't think it was as hard hit as DC or Bakersfield, but it was bad enough. By the time we got there, the city was a radioactive ruin. Still, the city was full of looters, already forming into the beginnings of raider tribes. Crime was bad before the war, but now it was a nightmare. We were living like scavengers, scraping by on what little food we could find, always looking for medicine for my burns. And then, of course, the radiation started to kick in, turning me into this handsome devil you see before you. You're a poet of understatement, boss. But there were moments it was almost worth it. I still remember finding that novelty costume shop. I was just looking around for something I could slice up to wrap my burns when I saw the vaquero outfit hanging on the rack like it hadn't been touched. I took it, not like anybody else needed it, you know, and wore it back to our camp. Rafaela laughed, for the first time since the bombs had fallen. I started to build up a legend. Sometimes it headed off trouble, but most of the times it just started more. Young punks looking to prove themselves would come looking for me, but my eyes were sharp and my guns were quick. For a while, it seemed like we might even survive there, until Rafaela. She went out to find some food one day. I was sick, so I stayed at our camp. I guess it must have been the beginning of radiation poisoning. Anyway, it was supposed to be safe, but some raiders happened to pass through where she was scavenging. I won't speak of what they did to her. When I found her body, the only way to recognize her was this funny little scar on her knee from when she was a little girl. Terrible doesn't begin to cover it, boss. I let my whole family down. First the ranch, now Rafaela. I was the last Tejada. I guess maybe I went a little crazy then. I took my guns and went back to that market. I didn't have many bullets, but I had enough. After the raiders were dead, I salvaged what I could from the store. I was tired. I just wanted to be alone forever. I left Mexico City behind. I made my way out to the Gulf Coast. Eventually, I found an old Petro Chico refinery nobody had claimed. I stayed there for a little while, and I thought a lot about my life. I thought about the guns I'd lived by, and what they'd gotten me. I decided my guns hadn't gotten me anything, and it was time to give it up. I took off the old vaquero outfit and put on a Petro Chico jumpsuit. The name tag said Miguel, so I started using the name myself. Eventually, I made it to Arizona. That's another story, boss.
Yeah, that's really, really depressing right there. But he has more to say.
What can I do for you, boss? Sure. Talk to me at my shack.
Didn't mean to click that.
What can I do for you, boss? Questions, boss? You mean you don't know everything there is to know already? Just how old do you think I am, boss? Because I can pretty much guarantee I'm older than that. Let me tell you a story from before the Great War. Everybody knew Robert House. He was a genius, a superstar. Founded Romco at 22. Dated Hollywood starlets, the works. They say he saved Las Vegas. I was in Mexico City when the bombs dropped. Even from there, we could see House's defensive rockets shooting down the incoming missiles. Everybody assumed he died in the war. Maybe he did. But his robots are still out there roaming the waste. And now, a Mr. House rules New Vegas. Maybe not. Maybe the new guy is just a clever raider chief with knowledge of history. Maybe he just left instructions for his robots to carry out in his name. Or maybe Robert House uploaded his brain pattern into a computer and rules to this day a godless, soulless machine god. Maybe the whole thing's a crazy coincidence. Who knows? I remember there were some weird stories about him, especially near the end. There was a tell-all in El Periódico de las Arboridas by a starlet House dated. She said they never, Now don't make me spell it out, boss. Anyway, she said all he wanted to do was scan her brain and make her dress up in different outfits. It was quite the scandal, at least in the Latin American tabloid journalism market. You're a veritable geyser of curiosity, boss. Benny, huh? Sorry, boss. Doesn't ring a bell. Then again, my brain isn't as sharp as it used to be.
Darn it, didn't mean to do that.
They're all right, I suppose. Had a bit of a tough going there at the beginning. You know, their first town was nearly wiped out by raiders. Anyway, they got their good points and their bad. Just like a lot of the old governments from before the war. I don't really have a problem with that. People around here tend to see them as invading marauders planning to burn and pillage the countryside. But I've been to Arizona, boss. Before the Legion, it was a nasty place. So thick with raiders, you couldn't trade with a town 2 miles up the road. Caesar's laws aren't nice, and their actions aren't always pretty. But then neither am I. But you keep me around.
Oh my God.
It's big, it's bright, and it's one of the biggest cities still left from before the war. Well, mostly anyway. Used to be just a curiosity. The buildings were pre-war, but it's just as full of raiders and barbarian tribes as any place else. Then Mr. House took over, got the power turned back on, and got the tribes reformed into something civilized. And now they run his casinos for him.
Well, thank you for that. Alright, so before we head to the third guy, let's go and make a pit stop at what the hell is that place called? Camp McCarran? Not Camp McCarran. There we go. There we go. The game. I just saw it. Game. Where the hell is it? It's somewhere over here. Oh, okay. So you're just gonna mess with me, huh? Like I didn't see that earlier. There we go. Well, might as well head to the doctor first. Now let's go to Crimson McCarran and do 2 quests real quick. Well, rather 2 checkpoints for the quest. As soon as the game loads in there. I'm really going to start not talking over these transitions so I know just to skip them entirely. Because like I said before, the load screens are going to start becoming a bitch. Oh, cut me off. Alright, screw you. Okay, well, I'm almost positive this is the last upgrade we can get from her.
Alright.
So at this point, it really doesn't matter anymore. So I'm just going to do perceptive.
The optics enhancer, as the name. Have a seat in the.
And I'm more than positive that's the last one I can have.
You're back.
And let's see.
All right. Let me do a quick test to make sure your body can handle another implant. I'm afraid you can't handle any more implants right now.
And let's get these 3 doctor bags. Is there anything else? Yeah, since someone used up all my stim packs earlier. Oh, in case you're wondering how much I got so much money, I just basically sold all the stuff I didn't need anymore. And I still have a lot more stuff I need to sell, but quite frankly, the person didn't have enough money, and we're about to go to another trader anyway who has money. Also, if I didn't mention it before, don't bother buying the Brotherhood stuff from the merchant. I only did it because I wasn't thinking at the time, but you can just steal it from like right behind her, and she pretty much has about 25 grand worth of Brotherhood armor that you can sell. Also, since you have the key to the Brotherhood warehouse, they actually have Brotherhood armor there too, so I'm gonna get some of that stuff and probably give it to one of my companions, because the defense boost that they get from power armor is ridiculous. At this point, the only thing that can really do any serious damage to you is probably a death claw, and maybe those flies if they jump you, but it's honestly not a lot. So remember we had to go get those books from that doctor? Well, here's the guy who sells it. And of course he has no money, so that's good and gravy. Is there anything in particular that he has? Cowboy repeater, long tube, Let's go and grab that. Is there anything else that I want? Oh, here's one of the books. And there's the other book. And let's go and grab that. Said I need to upgrade 4 more, thankfully. Four more and I'll never have to do that crap again. He doesn't have anything to aid. Oh. Anyway, that's all you need from this guy. Now let's go over here and talk to the red-headed girl.
McLafferty's a hard boss, but you should go talk to Blake or Alice. They handle most of our contact with visitors. I watch all sorts of things with my binoculars. Who wants to know? And why? Nice-looking blonde boy? I always wondered if he was watching me back. What's he like? Really? That's so sweet. I'd love to go meet him. Is there any way the boomers would let me visit Nellis?
Yeah, don't lie, because she'll end up dying.
This is so exciting. Let me know how it turns out.
Okay, now before we go and do that, let's go and turn in this quest at Bitter Springs.
Hey guys, we now have our own website. Actually, we've always had our own website, but why not follow us on there? There you'll find all our videos conveniently sorted into playlists by game, as well as videos from many other directors that are part of our NGT network.